Jimmy today because I got on a call last night with Vishal. We were kind of talking about, tag protocol and how good it's doing on the exchange and, you know, the wallet holders. We've got tag coin, we own these NFT hashtags and we're mining for this tag coin. So of course, he's busy with the development side, building the ecosystem and all of that. But then you sit here and think, well, what do you do with the tag coin while the ecosystem is being built? And because we're the ones that mine for this tag coin, we supply it, okay, to the exchange. So we were just talking about all that stuff last night and what's coming. And then today I logged into tagcoin.io because when they started the LP farming, which I believe it was on November 7th, I just was testing it out. So I've staked several coins on different exchanges, but I've really never done any of the farming. One time I was farming for cake on Pancake Swap, and I was pretty amazed at the results of that. But this is really, the first time I was actually engaged in the farming side. So I had to go over here to the liquidity, and create my liquidity pair first, which is your tag coin. So you got to think about this. You're mining for this tag coin, and it costs you the price of your hashtag, but otherwise the tag costing you anything. So anybody who doesn't have hashtags, they have to go to the exchange to buy it. We're actually accumulating this and providing it, to the public through the exchange, as the miners of it. So really my only cost was the BNB that I had to add for this liquidity pair. So I would select, my BNB and then the amount of tag points. If I did max, I would need 2,233 tag coin to create my liquidity pair and get my LPT, those liquidity pool tokens. And once you have those, then you would go over to the LP farm and you would deposit those. Sorry, guys, I'm sitting out in my car and there's a train going through right now. But if you look here, I have 450. Okay, that's what I deposited. That 450 LPTs that I have that I farmed on, I believe it was November, it was either the 8th or the 9th, because it got started on the 7th. And I believe I did a small amount on the 8th, and then I, put in the rest of it on the 9th. So I started out with the 450 LPTs, $1,500. That's all I put in here in BNB. And then of course, I have $1,500 worth of tag coin, but I didn't pay for that. So $1,500 out of my pocket. And today I went in here and my profit already is $12,200. So I did that in less than 8 days. So I'm making about $1,600 a day just farming the tag coin. And, I was explaining, I just did a quick little video. There's kind of 3 scenarios when you look at the exchange. I'm sure there's more, but 3 that I'm looking at right now. You've got people that are going to come to the exchange and they're going to buy tag coin. When they buy tag coin, then the price goes up because liquidity has been added to the pool. Then you've got people who are going to come to the exchange and they're going to sell their tag coin. And that's when you would see the price go down because they're pulling liquidity out of the pool. But when you do the liquidity farming, you're adding equal amounts of the trading pair. So you're adding tag coin and you're adding the BNB, or you can add BUSD. You can do either one. And then, so what you're doing is you're adding equal amounts of both as a trading pair. So you're not affecting that market price. If anything, it helps that market price go up. That market value of that coin is going to go up. It's not going to necessarily decrease, but you're adding equal amounts. You're not adding one and taking another. We're giving equal amounts of both. And so you're earning 5%. Part of the tokenomics of Tag Protocol is 5% of the tag coin that's mined every hour goes to the liquidity pool farming. And so you're earning 5% of that 10,000. Okay, this LP farming is. So if you look here under my farming share, I'm getting 3.9%. So if I see that right there, I've got 450 LPTs, and today those are valued at $12,200. Okay, when I got started, it would have said 3,000 because I had my $1,500 worth of BNB, $1,500 worth of tag coin. I don't really count the $1,500 in tag coins that cost me anything. but that just shows you where we're at. So $9,000 profit, $9,200 in profit. If you do include, the value of the tag coin that I didn't pay for, or add that 1,500 back in. So then you're looking at, $10,700 in profit. And I'm getting 3.97% of the farming share. Okay, so to me, this is really exciting. Now, in addition to that, I've also farmed 1,527 tag coin for an additional value of $328. So I've got my LPT value, the tag that I am earning while I'm farming, that's another $328. And then it also tells you here that one LPT has a value right now of $27. So if you were to take my 450 LPTs times it by $27, that's how you come up with that 12,200. So to me, this was just really exciting because I'm sitting here with a lot of the tag coin, and those of us that are the early adopters of this project, we've got several, responsibilities, duties, or whatever. Those of us that are in this for the long haul, like I'm in this project for the long haul. And so I look at it, for me, for it to do what I need it to do, I need to be, consistently working on building the community, sharing this project with other people. Of course, I want to hold my tag coin and not sell it because I don't want to, drive the market value of the price of the coin down. I want to see the market value of that price go up on that coin so that it reaches, $1, $2, $5, $10, $100. I mean, that's very possible to see this project reach, look at this a year, 2 years down the road when the gamification is here, when the artists are here, bringing their NFT artwork, when the auction opens here next month, when we have the tag chain, and we've got all these things that are coming. There's so much that's coming to this project. Imagine if this reaches $2,000. Let's say you got the tag coin, $2,000 per coin. All of a sudden, that 25,000 tag coin that I have sitting in this farm, can you imagine the value of that $12,000 is now probably, I would guess, millions at that point. Of course, I'm talking if the coin was to hit $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, but I could see that happening in the next 5 to 6 years with the way NFTs are going and with the plans that Vishal has for building the ecosystem around here or around this project. So for me, I look at this project as one of these long-term, building projects. Of course, people, if they have to sell, they have to sell. I mean, everybody has to live. But the point is right now, this is when we're getting the most of that tag coin. So there's just over 20,000 hashtags sold. So when you look at it like that, right now, there's 80,000 hashtags left to be purchased, okay, before you can only get them on the auction. We're getting the highest amount of tag coin that will ever be distributed to miners ever in the history of this project. When there's, right now we're getting less tag coin than what we were getting when there was only 5,000 hashtags, okay, in circulation. We're getting less now than when there was 10,000. Now there's 20,000. So now getting the highest that we can for the amount of hashtags that are sold. When there's 50,000 hashtags that have been purchased, we're going to be getting a whole lot less tag coin then. So you really want to bank the tag coin that you have now, because this is the highest amount that you're going to be getting per hour ever in the history of this project. Those are the ones you want to hold on to, and so if you can do the liquidity farming and you can make some extra revenue, think about it like that. Let's say I have to take $100 a day from what I'm earning in liquidity farming. That's better than having to sell off your tag coin. So put your tag coin to work for you. Add the BNB, add your tag coin, go into the farming, and then figure out, okay, I need to generate this amount of revenue, and then, cash out what you have to on a weekly basis. Now, the bad thing about, removing your claiming, right here it says claim and withdraw. You have to claim and withdraw it all. So, you want to make sure that you plan it, like really watch what you're doing so that when you do claim and withdraw, the liquidity or the price of the coin is up. Okay. And when it looks like it might start coming down again, then do your claim and your withdraw, let it drop, take out what you need, and then buy back in lower, because each time that you claim and withdraw, Okay, you're not getting the same amount, okay, that you did before. Like when I bought my LPTs, you can't get 450 LPTs right now for $1,500. Let's see, my sister just, well, what did I just bought, well, I did BUSD though, so I can't really tell you what it was. I know my sister bought like $1,500 worth, and I think she only got 87 LPTs. So it's, you're not going to get as many right now at the price that it's at. So you got to be really careful and gauge, how you're going to claim a withdraw. But rather than sell off your tag coin, make your tag coin work for you by doing the farming, and then just draw out what you need from your profits, because that helps to stabilize the price of the coin, and you'll start to see the steady increase in that tag coin. And that's what we all want. Then you've really got a story that you can go and share with your friends and your family, watching the growth of this coin. And instead of this, seeing huge buys and then these huge sell-offs, you'll be able to show this, steady increase in the price of this coin as it stabilizes and moves up as this project progresses and the ecosystem is being built around this project. And this way you get to hold your tag coin, because when you claim and you withdraw, guess what? Then when you get those LPTs back, then you go back over here to the liquidity side, and then you're going to remove that liquidity, and that's going to break those pairs apart and give you back your tag coin and your BNB. And then you've got, the two again. So that's just, an idea for you to really maximize the benefits of helping to build this project. We're adding that stability to the liquidity pool. And rather than having to sell that asset, those tag coin that you really want to hold on to, it gives you the advantage to do that. So you just provide that liquidity to the pool, and you do the farming, and then, withdraw some of your profit and go right back into that farming again, so that that tag coin is still working for you. Like, I'm just amazed at this. I mean, I can honestly say, for investing $1,500 of my BNB into the farming pool here, to open this up today and look at this, even when I was talking to Vishal last night, I still really didn't look at what I had made. And it would have been higher last night, because if you guys were looking at the exchange, you would have seen it reaching 20 cents, 29 cents, 30 cents. I cannot tell you how exciting that was, but I was so busy watching that I hadn't come in here, to see how much I had made. And most likely this was probably at $18,000, $19,000 in profit when it had reached almost 30 cents. So being right now at, what is it at? 21 cents. I bet we'll see it, reach 24, 25 cents again tonight or tomorrow. And so this amount here is gonna be higher. It's not gonna be at 12,000. It would be more $15,000 to $17,000. So it's just a way for you to be able to hold on to that asset for the long term, be able to provide, the liquidity to that, to the farming side of Tag Protocol. And, you're adding that piece to this project that it needs right now. You're adding that liquidity to the pool. It helps to stabilize and build the depth of the liquidity here, so that when people do go and sell, $2,000 worth of tag coin or $5,000 worth of tag coin, it doesn't really affect the price of the coin so much. You know what I mean? Because it's not really drastically dropping the liquidity in there. And I'm going to tell you guys, if I go back over here to Dex Tools, this is so exciting. I like to go back and forth between these two. But when you look at, the total liquidity is $318,000 right now. I mean, seriously, just a couple of weeks ago, it was under 100 grand. And when Tagcoin launched on the exchange, I want to say it was October 20th or something like that. I think it was at like 3 cents, 2 cents, something, when it finally settled down. I mean, it jumped really high in the very, very beginning for just about 5 minutes, but then it really started to build up from there. 2 cents to 3 cents, we're seeing it hit 4 cents, 5 cents. Those were exciting times, to watch it get there. But we were looking at $25,000 in liquidity, or, it was really slow. Let me make this refresh here real quick so we can see what you want to be looking. Okay, when you're going and you're looking at a coin. So for example, looking at Tag Coin right now, the daily trading volume is only $270,000. Okay, that is not, it's great, don't get me wrong, but it's not really high yet. Okay. Now, if you were to go look at like Tagcoin or something like that, which the staking hasn't started, and you see that it's got a lower daily trading volume, okay, that you don't even really want to sell that coin right now because it doesn't have enough liquidity in it. It does have an effect on it. Somebody just sells 1,000,000 of the coins, it's going to have an effect on it. Where this one here is daily trading volume is $270,000. When you see that hit $1 million a day, $2 million a day, that's when this coin is at a stable place to really start doing some buying and selling on it. Like it's reached that pivotal point where, okay, now this coin's got, some girth behind it. I can safely, sell some of my coins for a profit. And I know that I'm not going to tank the price of the coin. So those of us that are like in this project for the long haul, those are things you really want to be looking at, because we're here, you know what I mean, for the stable life cycle of this project for many, many years to come. People that don't really understand crypto and they see it hit 30 cents, ooh, okay, I've doubled my money. Okay, you can go buy an Xbox, but if I wait a year, I can go buy a Lamborghini. It just depends on what it is you want. So for those of you that are here for the long term, there's things that we need to look at, and you can reach that by doing that liquidity farming, because the profit, is there. You're making that, you're getting a percentage of that 5% that's allocated for that liquidity pool. And then in the meantime, we're not affecting the liquidity by buying and selling our tag coin, because we're actually providing that liquidity so we could, withdraw some of the profits, a little bit of that each week, you know what I mean? Go back in and buy and still not drastically affect the price of that coin. And then of course, the total number of transactions, the higher that gets, the more stable the coin becomes, because now you're attracting people from the outside. Looking at the number of wallets, as that wallet holder increases and we start getting closer to 10,000 and 20,000 holders, 15,000 holders, then that's going to really start, watching those prices go up. Imagine, or the price of that coin, imagine if you're in this pool from today, and we've hit $1 million or $2 million in the daily volume. And, we've got 25, 30,000 wallet holders. Can you imagine what your profits are going to be from farming that tag coin? So that's really my spiel on this whole thing. I'm just super excited that honestly, 8 days of farming with Tagcoin and BNB, and I've got a profit of $12,000. To me, that's just amazing. And I didn't even really think anything of it. I figured, well, I'll come back and look at it in a month or two and see what it's doing. Figured it would take a while. And then I opened it up today. I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is insanely crazy. So hope you guys are excited as I am about this project, and that you get involved in the liquidity farming as well, because I think it'll be a really good venture for everybody. And I'm giving it back to you, Jimmy.
That is awesome. Thank you so much, Jeanette. I don't know if there are any questions. We'll take a few questions. This is going to be recorded, so if you guys need the information again, I'll put it in the groups and you can share with your friends and those that missed it.
Okay, so I use MetaMask to do this. And it's the same in any wallet. You just got to be able to access your browser. Okay. So when you go to your wallet, you're going to want to make sure that you have BNB in your wallet. Okay. You got to have the BNB, and then you've got to have the tag coin. Then you go, you want to go to the browser, obviously, because you got to get to tagcoin.io. And at the top right, you're going to see, you have to connect your wallet. The first thing you have to do is you have to that liquidity pair. And so you can choose either one. There's two farming pools. There's the BNB and there's the BUSD. Now, in the BNB pool, the amount of tag coin that you're farming per hour is a little bit less, because that pool is heavier. Okay, it's got more liquidity in it, more tag coin. The BUSD is a smaller pool. So right now, you're getting a higher return on your tag, the tag farming. But it's a toss up, whichever one you want to do. I did just add to the BUSD pool like maybe a half hour ago, so I'll go into that wallet and show you in a second. But you're just going to pick which currency you want, BNB or BUSD. So if you pick the BNB, and I've got 0.7 BNB in there, if I hit max, it's going to tell me that I need 2,231 Tagcoin, which I don't have that many in this wallet because I just transferred a bunch down. So I'm going to do it the opposite way. I'm going to say the max is going to be my 401 Tagcoin. And so that's going to tell me that I need 0.16 BNB. Okay, so once you determine what it is you're going to do, then you would just add the liquidity. Now it's going to ask you to confirm twice, okay, in your wallet, because you have to confirm the BNB purchase, swap there for the LP. Because what you're doing is you're swapping BNB and Tagcoin for an LP token. So it's going to ask you for two confirmations. You got to confirm that you're, converting X amount of BNB into the LP pair token, the LP token. And then once you've confirmed that, you got to go back into the confirmation. You have to confirm again for the Tagcoin. Okay, then what it's going to do once you've done that, you'll click add the liquidity. That's when the two confirmations come up. It's going to show you how many LPTs you have. It might take, 30 seconds, maybe a minute for them to show up. When I did it with a BUSD pool, which I'll show you in a minute, it took less than a minute, for them to show up here. Then what you do is you go over to the LP farm, and it's going to tell you how many LPTs you have. And it'll be right up here in this top field where it says BNB tag LPT. It'll actually have a number there, and you're just going to deposit them. So you have to type in, how many you want max. If you have, let's say you buy 7 of them, you can type in 7, or you can just click max, and it's going to tell you. You see here that it says BNB/tag. Now, if you have BNB tag, BUSD tag, you could select either one, whatever it is, the token that you have. Then you're going to just click deposit. And again, you're going to confirm here twice, because it's going to confirm the purchase through Cake, the Pancake Swap Exchange. I don't believe you have to have Cake. I have a decent amount of Cake in this wallet, so I'm not really sure if you need Cake. You would buy that on Pancake Swap. But I know it does some kind of a authorization or something through Pancake. I'm not sure that it actually charges the Cake, but there's a confirm there. Then a second confirm again for the BNB LPT, confirmation that you're depositing these into the farm. So you deposit that, do those two confirmations, and then it automatically starts showing you what you're earning, like literally within minutes. I don't even know if it takes minutes. It might be less than a minute. You can already start to see the amount of Tagcoin that you farmed, and then it'll show you what your farming share is based on the amount of the liquidity pair that you added. Okay, so whether it's 80 LPTs. Now, to find out what the value is, of course, it's going to show you underneath your deposit, but you can take the amount of LPTs that you have, and you can see down here below it says one LPT has a value of $26.98. That's a combination value of your BNB Tagcoin, okay, into the LPT. That's what one LPT is right there, $26.98. And then it'll tell you how much the pool yield per block. So it's 0.20 tag per block. That's what my yield is. And the total LPs that I have staked are 11,337. And so that's my 11,000 and something, with my Tagcoin, BNB, all that wrapped into one. But 450 LPTs, it's really that simple. I'm going to go down to the wallet that I did in the BUSD just to show that to you. Okay, I think it connected already. And let me just connect and reconnect. Okay, so this one here I did in the BUSD. So what I did was I just I took $2,000 of BUSD. I don't have any in here now, but then it took the amount of tag as well, and it added it here, and that gave me my LPTs. Now then I came over here to the LP farm and I deposited those. And so right now, let's see, it's not, oh, this is my BNB. I got to do BUSD. Hold on here, it'll show you. Okay, so you can see here I've got, now remember BUSD That's, the equivalent. It's like the stable coin. So that one is usually anywhere from 99 cents to $1. Sometimes we'll hit $1.01. So in this example, I've got 3,000, what is it? 3,873 LPTs, and it's at $4,000. So it took the equal value of my tag coin. So the tag coin's probably pretty stable right now. It hasn't moved up a whole lot because I haven't seen this price increase, but I've already farmed 7 tag coin. Cause I literally just did this like, I don't know, half an hour ago, just before we got on this call. So my 7 tag coin, it has a value of $1.60. One LPT is worth $1.03. So I've got 3,873 of these. So I added $2,000 and it's got a $4,000 value. And that's with the BUSD. I don't know why. Personally, I kind of like the BNB, but I wanted to do both because I know people are going to want to see both. So I just did this. I want to see in comparison what the BNB does over an 8-day period compared to what the BUSD did, or the BNB did over an 8-day period. So that's why I went and did this this pair here. So that, I mean, it's really that simple. It's just a matter of buying the pair underneath liquidity and then depositing that liquidity pool token into the farming and just letting her ride.
Awesome. I think that clarified everything. Thank you so much, Lynette.
Yeah, it's really exciting. There we go. So here you can see with the BUSD, I'm getting 2.94%. That's my farming share. And yeah, so that's the one thing. My farming share is 2.9%. I think it's a little higher, but yeah, on my BNB, but I have a much higher amount in that one. So that the first one that I showed you guys, I bought those at 6 cents, those LPTs. So I have a lot more LPTs over there. You can see for $1,500, I got 450 of them. For $2,000 over here, let's see, what is the value of each one of these? Let me go back up to the other wallet. Okay, $27. So 450, $27. So let me go to my calculator here. $2,000, divide that by 27, 74. You see the difference? If I was to go in and buy that $2,000 would get me 74 liquidity pool tokens. But when I bought them at 6 cents, that $1,500 got me 450 of them. So that's the difference. So this, when I say that, the price of this coin is going up quickly, it's going to continue to go up, you guys. 21 cents. I mean, I doubt we're going to see 6 cents ever again. I mean, it would be crazy. There's only 733,000 tag coin. It's not even a million tag coin on the exchange right now. So I can see this coin moving up versus coming down. That's just my personal opinion. If we were to see tag coin hit 6 cents, you already know that all of us that are in this project for the long haul are going to pounce on every single one of them tag coin, buy them at 6 cents. You know what I mean? Because you can tell a huge difference. If you were to go and buy, spend $1, you're getting about 5 tag coin right now, less than 5 tag coin per dollar. When they were at 6 cents, you're getting closer to 15 for the dollar. So it's a big difference. So you definitely want to get involved as early in as you can on the farming side, because your rewards are going to be so much more significant. That's why when Jimmy and I saw this today, we're like, wow, we got to tell everybody who's in this, especially for the long haul, because it's just another way to generate revenue with tag coin. I mean, we've got the staking pools, we got the hashtags that are mining, we've got the commissions that you make when you sell the hashtags. We've got the auction that's coming. There's just so many ways to generate revenue with this project. It's almost mind-blowing and baffling if you really start to look at this on a really deep level. I look at these other projects that are out there. Some of them, make it a year or two and then they implode, they're gone. This project, we got started April 22nd is when it launched, where you could buy your first hashtag. So we've got December, January, February, March. Another 4 months, we'll have hit our first year. And this project has barely even gotten started. Most projects are already seeing their end. That's what I love about this project. This project is barely gotten started. When you get involved in a lot of these other things online, 8 months later, you're already starting to see the end. And that's not here. We're just beginning. So that tells you something too. But that's all I got, Jimmy.